What up, family? Ghetto News, Porter Mayor Dash, the Mayor of the Lead. Today is Sexy Saturday in my city, Chicago, October the 15th, 2022. It's going out to all the people who've been taken advantage of and pretty much left wondering what the fuck they gonna do with their life, even after the fact that they have won over and over again, time and time again. According to Sony, it is 305, but I just screenshot on my phone 303, 50%. It's 253 over here. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of bright in my city, Chicago. Today is the day that Mr. Shields supposed to fight Savannah Marshall. Now, I was looking at some JFK documentaries and, kind of scanned through it on my phone, and they said black is white, white is black. They got a picture of Tupac. If you're really a Tupac fan, you know what I'm talking about. He take off the color mask and underneath is white. See, a lot of people, they look like you, but they suffer from, like Sarah Susan said, he said, niggeritis and crackatosis. See, you hang around white people, you want to be white people, you act like white people. They almost got me because when I went to Vision Quest, the camp, as a teenager, 17 years old, I started picking up their lingo, the way they talk proper and things of that nature. Now, there's nothing wrong with proper English, grammar, being, proper. There's nothing wrong with that. But when I got home with my older sister, like right damn near white, Linda Nelson, she noticed that I had good diction. And she said, you sound like a white person. And I took offense to that. So I felt as though I had to dumb down and be ignorant. But she only did that to program me because they knew in the end they was going to railroad me and take everything I got. Now I'm in a situation, a dilemma, a crossroads in my life. Born May 25th, 1967, I'm 55 years old. I don't drink, drugs, smoke, fornicate. Pretty good person and stuff. I went through a whole lot of stuff. Had to learn a lot of stuff on my own and be the person I am because I had no choice. Otherwise, I'd be dead. I became your ghetto news reporter because, after I posted my first ever YouTube video, Mary Mack vs. the Fat Black Oprah Winfrey on the internet, YouTube, November of 2007, and pretty much, was trying to give the world a glimpse of who I am or to become. I also was giving my book away, Rhymes, Poems, Metaphors Plus One Song, to the public. I had it on business cards. I became the originator of this hat right here, and Tupac popularized it on his on the show A Different World with Jada Pinkett Smith. People tend to believe what they see on TV instead of what's in front of their face because for some reason, we was programmed like that. Everybody wasn't privileged to the internet and cell phones, even though I know they had them. They had to have had them, we just didn't know about it, And that's how they was able to get over. And I know they had to have had them because one of my ex-girlfriend, Donna Marie Evans, the Italian stallion, banker, real estate agent, gang affiliated, a whole bunch of stuff, person that stole my writings and distributed to their people, I guess, and that's how they came up so fast and, railroaded me and got what they got as far as rap is concerned. I've never had a new car day at the spa or a real vacation. When I met Donna Marie Evans on the King Drive bus at the age of 18, she was 27 years old. I was with my so-called niece, Juanita Nelson at the time. She could have been my girlfriend, but Donna didn't care, or everybody on the bus knew what time it was, and I just didn't know. Okay, they play games. That's what they do, and I was asleep, I guess. I'm woke now. Long story short, Donna gave me her number, and before, I could get on the next bus, I called her. That's how desperate I was to get away from my family because they was doing the most, and I wasn't even with them 6 months. I was trying to move on because that's what I usually do, move on. I've been a foster child all my life since a baby, and I was used to moving, so I was ready to get up and go. I felt like Donna was my ticket away from my family. So I hurried up and called as soon as I got off the bus, but she picked up so quickly, and when she invited me over her place of residence, I said, I kind of thought about it. I was like, man, she picked up kind of fast, but I ain't say nothing. I just, stockpiled it in my memory bank or whatever and stuff. So they had to have a cell phone even back in the 80s, because that's when I met her. Yeah, so, it's not what you know, or it is what you know and who you know. So long story short, I got this book. It's called, it's Chicago. And, it's got Tupac picture, but it say TRIPPIN, and he's got a cigarette, and he's looking like some mob. And this is the John Hancock building. I got this from a skate shop or whatever and stuff. It's been revised and things of that nature. A lot of stuff has changed in my city, and I wasn't downtown, because I was always working. I was working south, selling general merchandise, cassette tapes, and general, look, miscellaneous stuff people use, every day, like, pantyhose back in the day and stuff like that. Things you'll find at the Dollar Tree store, the dollar store, whatever they call it in your city. So that would have never came to be the Dollar Tree if it wasn't for me selling, 6 items for $5, tax-free, and you get a free bag. So they realized and studied me. That's what they did. And I know Tupac studied me because, men are very competitive, but I'm only competing with myself. You understand what I'm saying? And I only compete with people who try to throw me under the bus and leave me there. And that's where I'm at right now. They trying to, leave me kind of just out there in limbo or whatever and stuff. And I know he's not dead. And if you know my story by now, I've spoke on how, I pretty much bust him, trolling and stuff. They didn't, they wouldn't call it trolling back then, but, I went to a gun shop back in the day to buy a gun so I could protect myself because I was out there selling general merchandise. And then he got on a video talking about, they said pick up, so I'm picking up. Ain't nobody told him to do nothing. Ain't nobody told him to shoot at no cops. Ain't nobody, you understand what I'm saying? But he wanted to be that so-called gangster or whatever and stuff. We do things different in Chicago. I don't know where he's from, probably California, wherever the fuck he's from. He's fucking up my city, Chicago, and he's brought that energy, and, it's fucked up, you know what I'm saying? We're real cool about our stuff. Long story short, I wish he would, just leave me alone because I know he's not dead because I spoke about him in 1995, and then, of course, he came up with Machiavelli, and, I know he's not dead. Long story short, he's a troll. And there's so many on the internet that be copying my style that are guys especially. And it's always been the guys, even when I was out there selling merchandise and stuff. I would catch them, stealing my moves pretty much. But a lot of things they can't steal, like me breaking the crown or whatever and seeing what happens. Now, anybody whose name is Lesane Paris Crooks, you got to take that for what it is. He's a crook. His name is not Tupac Shakur. His name is Lesane Paris Crooks, okay? So he wanted to be me. He wanted to get me out the way. And because I do not, fold because whoever he think he is and stuff, you understand? He want to be some mob boss or whatever. But he need my money and influence and my people to keep his ass up and running and shit. You understand what I'm saying? Imagine that. I'm the originator of rap music. Now, if you kill me, we all die. Now, I don't know who you believe in, but I know who I believe in. Okay? And mine don't never fail me. Now, if I die, I promise you, you're not going to win. Okay? So, you do what you want to do and stuff, and you did the most to me already and stuff, and I know you're behind it. All you had to do was stand up. Whatever the case is, you brought trouble on yourself. I didn't bring it on you. You was the one that had a girl suck your penis on the dance floor. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, you're the managed one. You're the one that had these guys out here sagging and smoking and doing the most. And you knew if you got frozen in time, the next generation will overlook what I'm saying. Now, the reason why I say they got me kind of frozen in time is because they fired me on my birthday at a temporary place, in Skokie or whatever and stuff. Now, I had left one place that was temporary, and I was, doing work, won't bother nobody, just like in Skokie. And then I went on lunch one day on my birthday, and some girl, she was a nice looking girl or whatever, we were just talking or whatever. Next thing I know, they called me in the office and said I was fired. I said, it must be a joke, right? It's my birthday. You ain't finna fire me on my birthday, are you? And, so I left and went back to selling general merchandise or whatever and stuff. See, they hate the fact that I keep keeping up, but I can't keep starting over because I'm getting older. And I'm trying to figure out what happened to all that nice stuff that I had, because even in this trap building, I try to keep up my appearance and things of that. And they have come in here and done the most since I've been here, but they, try to calm down, but for the most part, I'm still catching hell. Now, my Social Security, they wanted. I never wanted it. You understand what I'm saying? But they said in order for me to get out the psych ward in 1995, after they railroaded me sober, you understand what I'm saying? Like they did in 2016, sober, and gave me cancer. See, they trying their best to find some way to kill me, and I'm not giving them permission. I mean, you can do what you want to do. I can't stop you from doing it. But I can't get a job because I wouldn't be able to pay my bills. And my SSI, they didn't give me all my SSI from the beginning, and they trying to steal it now. So basically, they want me working for them, and I'm not. You understand what I'm saying? I'm waiting on them to give me what's mine because I earned it. Or we all gonna fucking die. Whatever happens to me, Mary McNamara's, 9 times out of 10 gonna happen to you and gonna happen to them also. So put your faith in God, and we'll just see what happens and stuff. I'm not a gambler. I bet on myself. I tried to uplift the people that came up with me, and they did come up, and they took advantage of me. Like I said, I never had a new car there at the spa or a real, vacation. You understand what I'm saying? So my dream car is a T-top, drop-top Cadillac truck. Until I see that, for real, and get that and get everything that the devil has stole from me back, like my book, Rhymes, Poems, and Metaphors, plus one song, and my writings and my audios and this, that, because I ain't never sold no contract. I haven't sold my soul, none of that. If you notice, I just put my stuff on YouTube. If you do whatever you do, if you making money off of it, that's your soul that's going to hell, not mine. Because if you're not paying me, and I know I'm worth more dead than I am alive, and I told him that in 1995, and that's why he tapped out and came out with Machiavelli in 1996. You understand what I'm saying? It's all a hustle. And, they think I'm slow, but I'm not. So, long story short, I won again before I started. You understand what I'm saying? You got to have faith in yourself and belief in yourself and love yourself before, somebody else can love you. It's easy to steer people in the wrong direction. It's hard to steer them in the right direction. Now, this is the 6th. I was in the Chicago Sun-Times newspaper at the age of 6 in 1973. This is the 15th. This is the Martin Luther King dream. Now, they fighting for the legacy dream, this, that, and the third, or whatever. I'm the manifestation of Martin Luther King dream. I am the reason for them dreaming and coming up, or whatever the case may be. 15 and 6 is 21. So, we grown. We not, if I'm gambling, it's 7, 11, and 21, right? All right. So far, Mr. Man, you're losing. Now, let's see what the Bible has to say. All right, this is First Chronicles chapter 19. I had 19 years of sobriety. I still have my sobriety, but they try to take it from me in 2016 with 19 years of sobriety. That's honest God's truth. This say Dwayne Lewis, you understand what I'm saying? He was born 9/9, and I wrote this in 2022. Real talk. He was behind it. LaWanda was behind it. Everybody was behind it. It says, I'm going to stop in the name of love, helping people who don't care. That's what I wrote. You understand what I'm saying? So do 19, 20, and 21 because that's what it is. And with that, It says, and David took the crown off their king from off his head and found it to weigh a talent of gold. Okay? So I'm taking my shit back, whether you like it or not. You can't have nothing. You can't take nothing from me that I can't take back. And that's the honest to God truth. So step your game up. Peace.